to the big house, Michigan Stadium. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Powell again, Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Each and every season, this is one of my favorite games because these are the blue bloods of college football. Two of the winningest programs in the history of the sport. Oklahoma got the win last year against Michigan, and now with Kyle Whittingham under the helm, let's see how Oklahoma at Michigan kicks off here today in the Big House. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. The Sooners will kick off first, and here we go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Michigan's offense has the ball first today. And standing in the way is one of the best defensive lines in the country.
Well, this is one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but David, he better have a clock going off in his head in this one because this is one of the elite pass rushes in the entire nation as well. Their D-line is absolutely stocked and loaded with athleticism, with guys with bad intentions, and they built this D-line specifically for games like this.
Yeah, so he better be on time, right? Like, that ball needs to be able to come out. You just got to be careful. You don't get away with some of those liberties of holding on to the football, extending plays, because those dudes are in relentless pass rush mode, chasing after you. This will be a great chess match.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
They come to the line, facing third and long from the 25. To throw, it's Underwood. It's complete to the left. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
And that's a frustrating drive. Not the drive they were trying to put together. 3 plays, couldn't find a way to break somebody loose. Catching the football, getting tackled. Offense still trying to get in a rhythm.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Underwood to throw for it on 4th. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense will now get its first chance with the football. Headed out to lead this team is John Mateer. More than 300 yards and 3 scores in his last outing. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Running inside, it's Avant. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss. The Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass. Using his legs to buy some time. There he goes. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Avant. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks. And just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
And the Sooners will go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. is swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on fourth down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Here's Underwood to throw. It's complete on the right side.
Running backs are wide receivers. They do such a great job nowadays out of the backfield. All you got to do, dump it to him. Get it to him quick, and he'll make the rest happen with his running back skills. But they do so much work with wide receivers in practice that they basically have become wide receivers.
The Wolverines come to the line needing just inches for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. You better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
Dropping back, it's Underwood. Fires to the wideout. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. He leaves it with the back. He's out past the 35. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins. Big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Under fire. Snagged out of the air. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Throwing, Underwood. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. They've got a first down here to open the period. Out of the gun to give to the back. Makes it past the marker. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
And the Wolverines, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They go to the counter. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16.
And the quarterback knew that that counter run play was going to be successful. He did a nice job counting the box before the snap. He knew he had good numbers. He knew he had good angles and blocking. So that is a green-lit play from the get-go. Hand it off, go make yards.
Underwood. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. He's got it on the run. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Fires into the end zone. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except...
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game. Running or throwing it in the second half, throwing it specifically. I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completion strung together.
Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Underwood. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many 1st downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drop.
He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Wolverines. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So the 16-play drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and pass. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 50.
Got a little grass. Ripped off the huge chunk play all the way to the 31-yard line. After ripping off a big chunk of yardage, you figure they're going to go right back after him. 1st and 10 from the 31. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Avant. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Got a little work done on 1st down. Now back to the line. Looking to throw. It's Mateer. Gets rid of it. He's got the tight end. Breaks into the up. Got some room. Headed to the goal line. Touchdown Sooners. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the returner is stopped. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll go right back to the run. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Here's Underwood to throw. Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be 4th down. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Pocket breaking down. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to fire. They're setting up the screen. Turning it on. He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. You just can't hit the quarterback like that. That is a dumb play, and the defender got caught red-handed. And, guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, where you have to stop short of making that official. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. He wants to throw. Incomplete, and they tried to catch him flat-footed on first down, but the defense was ready. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the football.
And the ball squirted out. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Scoop and scored. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
You practice these moments as a...
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their second. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Bringing it back. And a big return here as they finally get him down inside the 20.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Sategna. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Back to throw. It's Mateer. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown Sooners! Makes the grab in the corner.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and they blocked the extra point. That's a live ball. He can take it back for two. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quick that you can go to.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Makes the catch. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. Throwing, Underwood. That's caught. It's Buchanan. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. He wants to change this route. To the air, it's Underwood. Makes a catch. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Bryce Underwood to the air again. It's complete to the right. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with the big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And that's a situation right there where the quarterback is just taking what the defense gives him. The defense is taking everything away down the field. Just take the easy throw underneath.
Underwood. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Underwood in the gun on 3rd down. Zings it complete to the right. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan!
Last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half. That is a time window that oftentimes determines games, and you're seeing it potentially happen here. It was critical the offense was able to go down, drive the field, and score a touchdown here late in the first half, knowing they get the ball back first in the second half. And if they go out right away in the second half and good things happen, this game takes on a completely different feel.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. He'll return it. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And holding on to the lead, the offense will simply take a knee, and that's how we will wrap up the first half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors. He'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
The Sooners head coach coming out of the locker room. Their running back has not gotten off to the best start. Listen, this is a big-time transfer, and they brought him in for a moment like this, but he has not gotten off to the start that they would like. However, the team's still up, but they expect more. Let's see if they give him another opportunity here to get this second half started. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Holly. At the end of that play, there is a Sooner who is slow to get up. The Sooners have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. The run inside. It's Avant. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
For this defense, man, to get back into the game, we talked about it at half. They got to pressure the quarterback. They got to force some sacks, and they do it. On this first drive, they get to him. They get him on the ground. Nice job by this defense.
No fair catches here, looking for room. Makes a move. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. So here comes the Michigan offense. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. On the ground, it's Marshall. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. He'll pull it down. Oh, he's got some space. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, running back gets to give. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Here's Underwood to throw. Looking to the big tight end. He's lucky that was a linebacker, not great hands. It's incomplete.
And if this offense wants to get back in this football game, I think they're going to see a lot of this. Defense playing a little bit more zone, conservative, great eyes on the quarterback, breaking on the football, batting the ball down. They're going to force you to throw the football down the field.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit. Looked as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Oh, the attempt is no good. Guys, they could have cut the deficit in half if that field goal had been good, still down by 6. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He's taking the shot. Snags it at the 30 and still running. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
Man, this has been a fun one to watch, guys. This is quarterback play at a high level. It's fun to watch guys that are executing, that are going through their progressions, making big plays.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And another passing touchdown for this Sooner quarterback. He keeps this up, and he might wind up in that 100 touchdown club with Baker Mayfield and Landry Jones.
So many good guys that have had good days, but how about this day? I mean, fitting the ball all over the yard, just padding the stats, and you start mentioning guys like Jones, and you start mentioning guys like Baker Mayfield, that's Sooner pristine legacy there.
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Motion from the back. Direct snap. It's Marshall. The short hands, it's Underwood. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Direct snap. There's a crease. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
Well, after they struggled running the ball in the first half, you just wonder if this coaching staff made some adjustments at halftime and just said, look, we've got to get more physical and we've got to own the line of scrimmage. After that successful run, they got to keep doing this here in the second half.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And after that last one, perhaps the emphasis should be on forward pass on 2nd down. Throwing, Underwood. Here comes the heat. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And at this point of the game, just can't say enough about how good the defense has been covering this guy. Coming into the game, they knew he was the critical factor for this offense with his skill set, but they have really been able to shut him down. They force another incompletion down the field looking his way. To me, that's one of the biggest reasons why they're winning this game.
Oh, they're after him. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Again, it's Underwood. Finds his big tight end. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
They've got the screen set up. Tried to set up the screen, and the defense wasn't having it.
Wow, you saw the speed of the defense there. They're trying to spit this football out to the running back on the perimeter. And how about the defense able to get to him quickly to bring him down for no gain?
Underwood. Stepping to the right. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. At the end of that play, there is a Sooner who is slow to get up. A senior defensive tackle being looked at by medical personnel. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on how he's doing. They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this third and long from the 20. Bryce Underwood to the air again. And the third down pass is incomplete.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And gets them back to within 10.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running inside, it's Avant. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. Quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Wants to throw. It's Mateer. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it for a big play. Just what they needed. Huge explosive play as he takes it to the 33. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Avant. Finding some room. He'll be knocked out of bounds after picking up a few. The Sooners can really attack on this second and short. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. The offense coughs it up. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And you go from perfect position of strength. I get to salt this clock away. I get to run this out. I'm going to win to, man, now I got to put my defense back on the field, and anything can happen, right, in football, and you can catch breaks, and so now you got to go out and earn it. You had this thing under wraps.
That's the beauty of misdirection in the run game, right? You try to show the defense one look, and then you come back and hit them the other way when they're not expecting it.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. Defense got it, they're on the run.
Well, it's a nice job by him making the catch, but guys, you got to secure the ball and put it away. The play's not over, and give the defender credit for knocking it loose, and the defense jumps on it.
The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yeah, and really, I think for them, it's just staying out of their own way. They're making plays. They've got the playmakers to go and win this game, so it's just a matter of executing better, Dave.
Executing better, understanding I still got the lead. Put a drive together here and build on that lead.
And the spin move was sweet and athletic, but not necessarily that productive. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Quarterback will keep it. Could be an alley. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Sends it back in motion. Wants to pass it. Makes the catch. It's Underwood. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Makes the grab. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Connection to the right. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. And the Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Now from inside the red zone. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Again, it's Underwood. Blasted as he lets it go. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Here's Underwood to throw. They're working that left side. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And this offense gets another passing touchdown. I tell you what, week 1, this connection worked. Week 2, this connection working again. I tell you what, if I'm a defense, I'm going to start focusing in on that guy because they want to find him and make big plays.
And he made the extra point without problem. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The run inside. It's Avant. Across the 25, he's got room. To the house. Touchdown, Sooners.
I gotta say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
Coming out with it, it's Stewart. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. The give on the counter. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
Working that left side now. After the 9-yard completion, a wide-open playbook on 2nd and short. On the ground, it's Marshall. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
That's a really nice game. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense, the ground game clicking, or do I throw the football every play and try to make this football game close?
On the direct snap, it's Marshall. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And obviously, guys, this drive is critical. You're down. You've got to score. So with a couple of timeouts in your pocket, man, like, that changes the whole dynamic of this 2-minute drill. Like, I can work the whole field. And here coming up on third down, man, don't be scared to do that. Don't be scared to run it. Don't be scared to throw a screen to get some yardage.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Fourth down, Underwood. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. The Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. Throwing, Underwood. Snagged in the middle, it's Buchanan. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And the Wolverines, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Out of the backfield, he's open. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
Fires left. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Intercepted to stop the threat.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Running inside, it's Avant. They're going to try to really stick it to him and rub it in with another score here. And that is how we will wrap this one up. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them